Alright, we're back. A little bit of interruption there. Okay, so we got this one in there. So this one was when you go one way it's loose, you go the other way you feel a little drag on it, and that's because the roller next to the lifter down here is turning on you a little bit. The exhaust, it's consistently going. Oh, they just loosened up there, whatever it was, it just loosened up.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of drag, and now it's got no drag.
Man, look at that.
See, but there, right there, it's got a little drag. So it's got some junk inside here, high spots. You already felt it. Now feel it now. See how much looser it is. See how loosened up?
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's because I had something in the roller, in the ball socket or something.
Gee.
Or there's a high spot finally burned off. So now, because we're talking only thou difference here. So it's really tight. So that's why you got to pound this stuff in, get it broken in, then come back and do your final
And adjust them again.
You might adjust them 2 or 3 times before they stabilize.
Right.
Now this is a brand new valve job on this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this is going to have to be readjusted after 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Normally I adjust these about 1 flat loose on a fresh job because everything's going to move so much.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're adjusting like this is running right now.
Okay.
So this valve adjustment's going to change. As soon as this thing starts to run, this valve adjustment's going to change.
Then we'll go ahead and adjust them again.
So when we kill the motor, it probably won't restart again.
Wow.
Because once it cools off, it's going to go tight on us.
It's going to go tight?
Because we didn't have enough room. Because the valves usually get tighter as you break the motor in. Until it stabilizes. Because the valves, you know, the push rod balls wear a little bit, but the valve seat wears a lot. The valve goes up a long ways.
Right.
When it goes up, the rocker arm goes down, which locks up your push rod. So you have to come back and readjust that.
Readjust all that
Yeah,
again.
so rarely does it go the other way.
Man.
I have had them when they got looser, but usually it gets tighter.
They do, huh?
But that's why you got to go back and readjust them.
And adjust them
So
again.
I start out real loose. Like I said, you run it for about 10 minutes, about 2 or 3 startups. And then I come back, I readjust the valves hot, make sure they're not tight. Then I go ride it, I put about 2-3 miles on it, and I come back and let it cool all the way down, or at least a lot further down. Then I readjust it and bring it more to a normal clearance.
But you do let it cool off a little before you
Yes.
adjust it, yeah.
Then you come back to more normal clearance, you go out and ride it again, you put another 3 or 4 or 5 miles on it. Then you come back, let it sit overnight, and do a full adjustment cold. And then that should be pretty stabilized there.
So from warm and then a cold one the next day then, huh?
Because when it gets full of cold, it shrinks all the way down.
Yeah.
So the motor won't start because the valves are also seized.
Gee.
So you have to come back and do that. So that's 3 valve adjustments right there. And then you're going to check it again at about 25 miles and 50 miles. And if it stabilizes, you're good to go. If it keeps changing a little bit, keep coming back and checking the valves until it quits moving. When it stabilizes, you're good.
Okay.
But it has to stabilize. And now we're going to go to our back cylinder. So you put these up here on top where you can see better. Where'd the other one go?
Not in here. Run away?
It ran away somewhere.
Ran away, huh?
Here. Okay, so now we're going to watch this cylinder go. See the intake just closed?
Yeah.
So we're coming up on compression stroke once this one opens. Okay, so that one's already open. So now you go on the other side. You need to get Phillips screwdriver. Now you can see better.
You see it coming up.
You want to make sure you keep it more straight up, not like that.
Yeah. There, it's coming up.
Right there's the top.
Wow. Okay.
You can see I'm leaning over more as it comes up because it's going to hit the gas tank close.
Yeah, it came up.
But if you lay it in there flat like this, you're just going to bend the pusher. You bend this up and stick it in.
Well, yeah, you can do some damage.
And that's when you break these tips off when you do
And
that.
that's it.
So the Phillips will break, but it's not like a flat blade. These flat blades will snap right off instantly. These are a lot stronger. But the cheap screwdriver, I've seen these things pop off too. The key is don't bind it up. Okay, stand back a little bit, you're too close. Okay, now we're going to see what we got here. Okay, this one turns.
That one seems okay now.
First, no, I know it's a brand new motor, it's fine. This one's tight.
Wow. Unbelievable.
So that's why you couldn't start the bike, you had tight valves. Now I don't know how tight your adjustment is here. Now this one here I can get into here. And that one appears to be tight in there anyway. And you got that pretty tight, it's not moving. So that one's good to go. Okay, now this one over here,
It's tight, huh?
I'm not moving it.
Wow.
So let's see how loose this one is. Okay, that one moved. there. Has a full flat. So I go up to 0. I hold it with my fingers. Tighten
And you
pinch.
tighten the bottom there? Okay.
Now that locks everything all up because all the threads clearance goes up. Now you go until you get a little clearance. Right there is
There
good
you go.
clearance.
Is that what you want right there?
Well, this we're not doing like a normal bike, now I know it's a fresh motor. So I'm just going to tighten it right there. And that screw moved down there, I felt it move. The adjust it move, see?
Oh, okay.
I felt all of a sudden it move.
Jeez.
So this is not full torque because I know we're coming back to adjust. But see, we got clearance there.
Right.
So,
Man.
okay, so now we got the push rods working.
Unbelievable.
So now, you go ahead and put these back up where they belong. Make sure they're all up in the holes where it belongs. Put that in there. See? The medium screwdriver is the key.
Yeah, that worked real good.
And then you rotate it like this as a pair. And that gets everything that's underneath the push rod out of the way, so it won't leak.
Make sure everything grabs tight.
Well, there could be a bind in there, or
Right.
it could have a little piece of grit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just do a twist. So this screwdriver here is too narrow. It'll actually peel this thing up like a can opener, which we don't want to do, obviously.
No.
This one here is so fat, it spreads too much across, and it makes it harder to get in. And then this one
So-
here is narrow, it just slips right in.
So that's the one right
So the
there.
medium screwdriver is the one we use. That's the key. And I got a bunch of fancy tools I bought over the years, and none of them work as good as a screwdriver.
That did it right there, that one, huh?
Yeah. You just push it all the way up there. Come into this, make sure you put the flat where it belongs. Just like putting a shoe on the old days, see?
Yeah, look at that. Slips right in.
You just push in with your thumb and bring the screwdriver up. Then like so you rotate it like that a couple times, and you know it's centered. Quick and
Do
simple.
the same thing.
Yeah, it's already in the bottom. And I put the top up in there.
Make sure it's up there.
It's not in there when you first come up. It hits on the head. Here it go pop pop. It's all the way up. And if you put it all together and you hear a pop after you rotate the push rod, you know it wasn't all the way in. Because I mean, I need to do that, especially on a later bite with
Man, that
O-rings.
slips in good with that screwdriver. Look at it.
Oh yeah.
Man, smooth.
Well, these early covers don't have a lot of tension on them also, so makes it a little easier. Okay, so we got that part done.
Man.
So that's how you do your push rod adjustment. Okay, that's it for now. We'll be back. Close the lid.
Close it. And here